starting right guard today, so they've had to move some guys around that have been in and out throughout the season. On this first possession, they're cranking some holes open.
So third and a long 3, could be 4-down territory. Coyotes also have a couple of 50-plus yard field goals this year. 2 wides left, 1 right. Now man in motion left to right. Snap back to Bauman. Blitz is on. He'll throw it near side. Ball deflected, incomplete. Broke it up by Jalen Lee, the safety, who missed last week's game. He returns and makes the deflection. And now the Coyotes have a decision here with the ball resting just inside the 36-yard line. From here, it would be around a 53, 54-yard field goal. But the Coyotes keeping the offense on the field on 4th and 3.5.
Jack's really dialed up a blitz, sent 2 outside linebackers that time. Kyton Fife was right on the beat for Bauman again. Talk about a guy that's elevated this year. Fife has certainly been that guy.
Coyotes are only 3 of 11 on 4th downs this year. Bauman in the shotgun, Phillips to his right. He'll motion Tennell Bryant. It's a give to Bryant on the jet sweep from left to right. Will he reach the corner? Brett shoved him out of bounds, and he will have the first down to the 31 of South Dakota State. It was a race to the far side. Bryant, who was an Arkansas State transfer, 11 rushes, 87 yards coming into the game, and on the jet sweep, he gains 4.5, and the Coyotes keep the drive going.
Just an absolute sprint on that jet sweep to the right. Bretts was there, just didn't have the angle to keep him from moving the sticks.
9th play of this Coyote drive at the Jackrabbit 31, 11:30 opening quarter, 7-0 SDSU. Bauman in the shotgun, let her high snap, drops to throw, looks left, throws that way, reception made, and a big hit by Bretts on the tight end to the 24-yard line of South Dakota State. That's Zach Whitty, 6th-year senior, Sioux Falls Christian alum who's been injured and didn't have a catch the last couple of games. He had 13 over the first 8, and he hauls that in for a 7-yard pickup on first down.
Well, Whitty and the other tight end, Miller, who we think might be out today, they've combined now for 29 catches on the season. That's part of the ball control that this offense runs. If they don't take that deep shot, they're just looking at those medium-range passes.
Tight end either side, 2 wides right. Miller will realign as a fullback ahead of Phillips, who takes the handoff. Quick hitter broke 1 tackle inside the 20 to the 19. He is hit down by Jalen Lee after a pickup of 5 and a first down. Visit your local Case IH dealer or log on to caseih.com/jackrabbits as the Coyotes have entered the Case IH red zone.
Phillips got off to a really fast start also last week against the UND Fighting Hawks. He picked up 76 of his 106 yards in the first half, so just 30 after intermission. But he comes out and lights the game up from the get-go for these Coyotes.
Fenner and Martins, 2 wides to the right. Tight ends, 2 to the left. Pistol formation, Phillips behind Bauman. Bauman a deep drop. Jacks come with 4 over the middle. The running back has it inside the 15. And a nice tackle by Kyton Fife brings Phillips down at the 13-yard line of South Dakota State. 6-yard gain. It is 2nd down and 4. And you see the Coyotes do a great job getting ahead of the chains. That's typical of this USD offense.
Yeah, and they do it by using Phillips in a multitude of ways. He's also their number 3 receiver. That's his 23rd catch on the season, long of 19. You get those wideouts to run off the defense. Jacks were dropped into his own coverage, and he just settled down in front of that second layer.
Tyson Bowes joins Fenner, 2 wides right. 2 tights left. It's a give to Phillips, who stuttered, broke a tackle, and then was able to range forward. Logan Green dove in the backfield, and Phillips ran through it, got about a yard or so, and at the end of the play, in the middle of the pile, a flag came down. Coyotes are suggesting this is against SDSU. Our referee is Jason Berg.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, number 99. That penalty being enforced half the distance to the goal line from the end of the run. Automatic first down.
It's on Dawson Ripperda, the starting defensive end, and the Coyotes will have first down and goal to go as the officials are trying to decide where exactly to place this football, and they will lay it just shy of the 6.
Just one of those unfortunate hands in the wrong place at the wrong time to get called for that face mask. You talked about Logan Green absolutely torpedoed through that offensive line and missed the tackle in the backfield.
Carson Fletcher, the 3rd back, is into the game behind Bauman in the pistol. Early movement now, and the Jackrabbits are celebrating. Nick Wells believes USD jumped early. So play's blown dead.
Ball start, offense, number 75. 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
That's on Jacob Arope, the starting right tackle out of the South Omaha area. Coyotes are dinged up on the offensive line. They've had a number of injuries all year, down a couple of starters from the beginning of the year. So USD backs up to just outside of the 11 of the Jacks, 1st and goal. SDSU a 7-0 lead. USD's first possession, 9:15 and counting in the first. Bauman a one-step, looks right, airs it up, and it is incomplete. Heavy coverage there. Contact by Miles Taylor on Lorenzo Fenner, who ended up on the turf. Wanted a flag, but does not get it at second down.
Timing pass right there, the back shoulder fade, and Bauman put it out there where Fenner could run into the end zone, then try to turn around and make that catch behind him. Solid position by Miles Taylor on that inside spot. Forces the incompletion.
Bauman 3 of 7 on this drive for 22 yards. Second down, goal to go just outside the 11 of the Jacks. 2 wides to the right. Martin's in the slot along with Tyson Bowes. Snap back to Bauman. The hand to Fletcher off the right side. He tries to cut left, and he's brought down at the 10 by a diving corner, Isaiah Johnson. So 3rd and goal for USD. Coyotes in 30 red zone trips this year. 17 touchdowns, 10 field goals, only 3 empty trips inside the opponent's 20.
Kobe Claiborne sliding from the end back into a defensive tackle up on the front. He's at, again, Kobe Claiborne's height there, 6 foot, able to slide in. He's getting some penetration up in that middle front 5.
15th play of the Coyote drive. They've had the ball for 6 minutes. 2 wides left. Bauman under center, 3rd and goal at the 10. He'll hand it off straight up the middle. Phillips inside the 5, breaks a tackle, reaching for the goal line, and he is in. Touchdown, South Dakota. L.J. Phillips on 3rd and goal from the 10, scampers 10 yards straight up the middle, and the Coyotes respond to the SDSU score with one of their own on each team's opening possession.
You saw how shifty Phillips is right there. Took the handoff behind the 10, didn't get hit till he was at the 5-yard line. Great reads, cuts off his blocks, and then dragged a couple of tacklers into the end zone with him to tie this one up, pending this extra point.
Phillips, 5 rushes, 34 yards, and the touchdown on that USD opening possession, which was an impressive one after the Jacks score on the opening play. The extra point from Will Leyland, who has made 126 consecutive point afters. And now it's 127. The GoJacks.com drive summary, 15 plays, 70 yards in 6 minutes and 25 seconds, and half of the Coyotes' 70 yards coming on 5 second down snaps. 8:24, opening quarter inside the Dakota Dome in the Interstate Series presented by First Interstate Bank. 8th-ranked South Dakota State and 22nd-ranked South Dakota tied at 7. This is Jackrabbit football from Learfield.
Bad driving habits are hard to break, but good driving habits are easy to form, especially when they can lead to a discount on your auto insurance. With Farm Bureau Financial Services, the safer you drive, the more you save. Drivers like you are saving an average of $321 per vehicle. So buckle up, learn more, and find an agent at fbfs.com/save. Individual savings results may vary. Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company.
Jackrabbits fans, choose chill. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes those moments when you choose to rise above the noise and choose chill even better. Coors Light is a proud sponsor of South Dakota State Athletics. Crack one open and take a sip. Coors Light, choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado, beer.
Back in Vermillion, first quarter, 8:24 left. These teams trade touchdowns in the opening drive. The Jacks go 75 yards on the first play. The Coyotes respond with a 15-play, 70-yard drive that ends with a 10-yard score by L.J. Phillips on 3rd down and goal. Grit is a natural resource. It powers Jackrabbits on the field and drives Poet's innovation. American-made biofuels. Cleaner consumer bioproducts. This is Poet. You can learn more at poet.com.
And the Summit League Network, powered by Midco Sports Plus, is the exclusive home for hundreds of SDSU athletic events. You can watch the Jackrabbits live or on demand. You can subscribe right now by visiting midcosportsplus.com or download the Midco Sports Plus app.
And you can follow along with our broadcast via the Kloss Booth Cam on Facebook, X, or YouTube. It is presented by Kloss. Game-changing performance on your farm begins with ag equipment that is made for more. Discover the entire lineup of Kloss tractors, combines, forage harvesters, and more at CLAAS.com. South Dakota started the season 2-3, but since the Coyotes have won 4 of their last 5, USD is 6-4. If the Coyotes win today and win next week at Southern Illinois, they have a bye the final week of the regular season, and they are likely in the playoffs. If the Coyotes lose today or next week, they're on the bubble at best at 7-5. South Dakota State 7-2, of course, the 7-0 start. Back-to-back losses. Now the Jackrabbits trying to put things together here. Again, one more win, and SDSU certainly would be in the playoffs at least. The Jackrabbits trying to find a way to pick up upon that and make a deep run in the postseason. Jack Smith, Miles Green, the 2 deep men to return the kickoff from Zeke Mata. Coyotes wearing all reds today, helmets, tops, and bottoms. Jackrabbits in all blues. It is a color rush on this November Saturday inside of Vermilion's Dakota Dome. Mata's first kickoff went 5 yards into the end zone, and Smith called for a fair catch, took a touchback. We'll see what the left-footed kicker from California does this time around. Mata approaches the ball and lets fly. End over end to the far side. Fair catch again. Smith on the S of Coyotes. 3 yards into the end zone. Secures. And the Jacks will have it at their own 25. Chase Mason warmed up, but he is not in uniform. Luke Marble warmed up, but he is not going. It was Jack Henry who started the game and made the toss to Jack Smith. So only Jacks have touched the football so far.
Literally.
With Shane Willenbring being the exception. This is Jack Henry again. Julius Lawfridge behind him. Jacks have 3 tight ends in the game. Kuntz, Pika, and also Gannon. They're all to the left. Handoff straight up the middle. Lawfridge, who got hit initially and then surges forward, ends up with a nice gain of 4. Scotty, there was nothing there initially, and Lawfridge, the grad student from Houston, just made something happen.
That and the 605 Hogs start getting a little bit of that leverage and got that pile moving the right direction there. Snap came back from Willenbring a little high. Henry doing a nice job to get it down and not blow up the timing of the play.
So 2nd down, 6 to go. Smith in the backfield. He now motions out to the right. This an empty set for Jack Henry. Coyotes 4-down lineman. Henry a 1-step. Fakes a pass right. Spin pivots left. Now he'll tuck, he'll run, and he'll dive back to the original line of scrimmage, and that's it. Coyotes took away what Henry wanted to do. It'll be 3rd down and a little more than 5 for SDSU. Midway point of the opening quarter, we're tied at 7. SDSU visiting USD in Vermillion.
Tyler, that play took a little while to develop because you faked things going off to the right. Henry then rolled, reversed all the way to his left going that side. Initially looked like it was a bootleg. He wanted to throw the ball. Then he had to stop and cut that up. It took a long time for that play to culminate.
Jackrabbits with 3 receivers to the right. Lawfridge back in the game to Henry's right. Quarterback takes the snap. A deep drop. He'll throw it down the right seam. Smith makes the catch. Got leveled, but hung on. D1 Lewis with the big knock, but it doesn't matter. 28 yards to Jack Smith, who's making all sorts of plays in the Interstate Series.
Eric Eisen has said maybe we can get behind the DBs, a soft spot maybe, and they certainly did that in that play.
Well, and Smith found that seam right down the middle, and what a great throw by Jack Henry on his first attempt, as that one had a little zip on it, a little zhuzh, if you will, and put it right on the hands of Jack Smith.
Smith's 2 touches have gone for 103 yards. Jackrabbits at the Coyote 43 from left to right. They go 1st and 10. Lawfridge to Henry's right. Play fake. Henry will keep up the middle of the 40, 35. Bounces off a tackle. Spinning inside the 30 to the 28-yard line of South Dakota. 15 yards and a First Dakota first down for the redshirt freshman from Del Rapids who ran out of his shoe, and Coleman Kuntz had to help him put it back on.
What a great play design right there to make that look like it was a first down pass. And boy, that front line, offensive line for the Jacks, opened up a big hole up the middle.
Jacks will send Smith and Bullock 2 wides left, Goring to the right, Lawfridge to the left of Jack Henry, who motions to the right flat on 1st and 10. Henry will run to the left, the 25, 24, maybe the 23, and then a flag came in the middle of it. Officials are sorting this out. Henry followed Loffridge initially, then bounced it off to the left and gained close to 5.
Result of the play is second down.
Okay, so no flag. They pick it up. Jackrabbits have the ball at the Coyote 24, looking at second down and 6. By the way, we remind you, our first downs today brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. They have been serving the people of South Dakota with dependable banking solutions for more than 150 years. First Dakota, it's where the locals go. Jacks break the huddle. Jack Henry today 1 of 1 for 28 yards and also 3 rushes for 19 yards. He has Loffridge to his right. He'll fake it to him, swing it to the near side, incomplete. Tried to set up a screen for Garcia Castaneda, but the wide receiver had no chance to catch that low throw. It is 3rd and 6.
Henry maybe rushed that one a little bit after the initial ball fake to turn and throw. That ball was at the feet of Garcia Castaneda, as you said, didn't have any chance to make a play on it. And Jack might have just rushed a little bit more than he wanted to.
3rd down, 6 to go. The Jacks converted 1 3rd down earlier on the drive on that beautiful throw from Henry to Smith. Bullock wide left, Goring wide right. Loffridge on the quarterback's left hip. Henry takes the snap. He'll give it to Loffridge up the middle, 23, 22 to the 21 maybe. He got hit backward. He is nowhere near the first down. That's at the 18. Dan Jackson has shown willingness to go for it often on 4th downs, but he is not going to this time around. He will send Eli Stater, a grad student out of Cedar Grove, Wisconsin, who was 9 of 15 on field goals this year out. This will be a 40-yard field goal. Stater is 4 of 10 on kicks 30 and beyond. The hold from Max Pelham, the snap from Caden Olivia. It's right down the middle as far as his aim on this 40-yard try. Good snap, good placement. The kick is up with a ton of distance and height, and it's good. Eli Stater gives South Dakota State the lead with 4:30 remaining in the first quarter of play. The GoJacks.com drive summary, 8 plays, 53 yards in 3 minutes and 15 seconds. And Eli Stater is 10 of 16 on the year. The transfer from Northwestern of Iowa's 40-yard field goal gives SDSU a 10-7 lead over South Dakota with 4:30 to play in the opening quarter. This is Jackrabbit football from Learfield.
Whether you compete on the court, on the field, or in the fields, winning isn't just a goal, it's a mindset. Shaped, honed, and defined throughout the season. That's why farmers pushing themselves to be the best plant DeKalb corn. Wherever you compete, winning has roots. Perform at your best with DeKalb corn. Read and follow pesticide label directions, grain marketing, and other stewardship practices.
Power Lift Doors by Rick's Welding is proud to be the official hydraulic door of SDSU Athletics. Whether you need a door for your hangar, garage, ag building, shop, or industrial facility, Power Lift Doors has you covered. No project is too big or too small, with the ability to ensure a clear opening width and height and no loss headroom. Power Lift Doors is the clear choice for your next project. Power Lift Doors by Rick's Welding. Find us online at powerliftdoors.com.
Ring the bells, Jackrabbit Nation. You're listening to South Dakota State football from Learfield.
Back in Vermillion, first quarter, 4:30 to go. We've seen 3 drives and 3 scores. Jack Smith, a touchdown on the opening drive. USD responds with 7 of their own. And then Eli Stater connects from 40 yards out to put the Jackrabbits up 10-7 here in the Interstate Series. Kohl's has the gifts on their wish list, and yours all in one place. Your beauty favorites and cozy outfits to hosting must-haves and top tours. Find great prices on presents for everyone at Kohl's and Kohls.com.
Jackrabbit football also brought to you by Hogemeyer, the right seed for Jackrabbit Nation.
South Dakota State, 9 plays, 128 yards, and 10 points in their first 2 possessions. So good for the Jacks to get 3, but like we talked about, you make drives into the opponent's territory. You really want 7, especially in a game like this.
Yeah, but the important thing is for the Jackrabbits is finish that drive and get points on the board. When you get deep into the opponent's territory like that, especially on the road, you want to get that points on the board, take the lead, and they've done exactly that. Now the defense needs to step up and do their job. That first possession by the Coyotes was textbook and exactly the way they want this game to go.
And Brent, it's hard to be on the road and beat your rival. NDSU learning that today as well.
Absolutely. We saw how good the Bison were on the road a few weeks ago. It's especially Cole Payton's not necessarily been as easy for him today. The Bison trailing 10-9 with 3 field goals going into the fourth quarter. It's North Dakota football in their own territory.
Remember, UND lost here a week ago. Ryan Harrington to kick things off. This kickoff presented by Poet, American-made biofuels and bioproducts. He'll squib this down the near seam. It is picked up off 2 bounces at the 23 and returned out to the 35 near the 36-yard line by Carson Fletcher. So a return of close to 13 yards on the squib.
Well, and Tyler, the first kickoff by the Jacks was also that just a pooch kick down there. This one, the squib kick up the middle. Part of the reason for that is Braden White from USD is a really good return man. He had a couple of big ones last week against UND, so you're kind of rolling the dice. You give up the field position on the short kick, but you don't give up the opportunity for a huge run.
Timeout on the field, 4:24 opening quarter in the Interstate Series, presented by First Interstate Bank. 8th-ranked South Dakota State leads the 22nd-ranked Coyotes of South Dakota 10-7. This is Jackrabbit football from Learfield.
Grit. It's a natural resource. It's inside every one of us. It gives us hope and inspires action. It powers Jacks on the field and drives Poet's innovation. But the best part about Grit is there's an abundant supply right here at home. American-made biofuels, high-protein animal feed, cleaner consumer bioproducts. This is Poet. Learn more at poet.com.
Some things get better with time. Bourbon, work gloves, and Uncle Gary's mullet. Somehow back in style. Mustang Seeds delivers top-tier seed and real partnerships, so your farm's ready for today and tomorrow. Because the best things don't just last, they evolve. Mustang Seeds, built on legacy, powered by progress.
Welcome back to Vermillion. We're still in the first quarter, 4:24 left. Jacks lead the Coyotes 10-7. USD set to get the football at their own 35. Today's Interstate Series contest is presented by Sanford Health. Staying healthy throughout your life starts by building a relationship with a primary care provider. Someone who knows you, your concerns, and what matters most. So your care is always the best for you. You can find a provider at sanfordhealth.org.
Scotty, I made mention at the top of the broadcast, this is a game in which individuals and moments will be remembered forever. Well, Eli Stater certainly has left his mark on the Dakota Dome, at least momentarily.
He made that field goal, and he booted it, drilled it, you called it, right through the upright. The ball was still in the net. They can't get it out of the net. They were over there kind of jerking on the rope. The net does not come all the way down to the ground. They slide it in and out away from that scoreboard that's up there, only using it when they kick the field goals. But it's lodged up there, so I'm not sure how they're going to get that one out of there. They might have to get another football, and then we stand there and throw it at that one like when you get a ball stuck in the tree as a kid. But, yeah, we're down one football down here for the kicking team.
What I was going to say, Scotty, last night in the Jackrabbit women's basketball game, we had a ball that stuck there between the rim and the backboard. That's a wedgie. What do we call that?
This is a netty. We got a netty.
Well, we got Nelly, the poster over Bahi's head up here in the booth, and now we got a netty.
My pal.
Just keep those dance moves to yourself, Bahi.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Coyotes 1st and 10 from their own 35 on their second possession. Bauman under center, a handoff to Phillips, who gets brought down but twirls his way to his own 39 for 4. Phillips, 6 carries, 38 yards. He is the bell cow. He will carry the ball a ton. He's had multiple 30-rush efforts, including a 35-carry, 301-yard outburst in his first start against Northern Colorado in this building 2 months ago. Coyotes a 2nd down and 6. Bauman in the shotgun. Sidecar right is Phillips. He holds his hands along his helmet to say something to the offensive line. Clapped his hands once. Now he pauses. Waits on 2nd and 6. He'll take the snap, fake a handoff. He'll look left, throw that way. Reception is made, and a shoe was lost in the process by Lorenzo Fenner, who is brought down shy of the sticks. His forward progress goes to his own 44. The man who lost his shoe is one of the Jackrabbit defenders. That is Miles Taylor, the corner. And the Coyotes are looking at 3rd and 1.
Hoping that was the ball coming out of there, not his turf shoe.
Coyotes, 1 of 2 on 3rd down so far. Offset eye. Jesse Miller, the tight end, the lead back for Phillips. Handoff to Phillips, who got met behind the line, then lunged forward. Brett's the safety, met him around the ankles. Then Phillips lunged, landed right on the 45-yard stripe. And the signal is it's a 1st down for the Coyotes.
Well, that first hit was behind the line of scrimmage. Brett's a little bit of a run blitz, if you will, by the Jackrabbits coming up there. Made a really good hit in the hole, but that shows you how difficult it is to bring down L.J. Phillips as he just sidesteps and keeps moving forward.
Tight end Zach Woody, slow to get up and hobbled off the field on that play, too.
And again, he's been limited by injuries as of late. Bauman under center. Reed Watkins the back in on 1st down. It's a jet sweep. It is Tennell Bryant from right to left. Breaks the tackle, running to the left to midfield. And he's brought down by Cullen McShane, the linebacker, at the 47-yard line of South Dakota State. A gain of about 8. And Taylor lost his shoe again. Multiple flat tires in one possession for the 5th-year senior corner out of Gilbert, Arizona.
Guys, we talked about that in the pregame here. This is that brand new turf here, and it is very forgiving. It feels like you're stepping on like a memory foam cushion. There's a lot of squishiness to it.
1:51 first quarter, 10-7 SDSU the lead. Coyotes at the 47 of SDSU facing a 2nd and 2. Snap back to Bauman. Handoff to Watkins. Running left, 45. Lowers his shoulder. Gets tripped up at the 42-yard line. Dante Johnson, the corner, on the stop after a 5-yard gain. Jack Smith on a toss, lined up as a running back. Ran 75 yards on SDSU's opening snap to give the Jacks a 7-0 lead. Then the Coyotes, a methodical drive that took over 6 minutes. Phillips on 3rd and goal from the 10. Scored a 10-yard touchdown run to tie us at 7. Stater's field goal from 40 gave the Jacks a 10-7 lead. Now the Coyotes trying for a retort at the SDSU 42, 1st and 10. Bauman under center, Phillips back in. And there was a shift by a Coyote offensive lineman that was almost impossible to see except for the Jackrabbit defensive lineman who reacted to force a flag to be thrown.
False start, offense, number 68, 5-yard penalty. Remains 1st down.
It was almost imperceptible, Scotty, but the D-line all picked up on it.
Yeah, and then I was thinking on that left-hand side, the tight end on that side stood up, and as they made the motion, that was Jesse Miller, but right next to him and that O-line, yeah, there was some confusion there as Bauman went to make a call or a check on that.
Coyotes, 2 penalties, 10 yards in the opening quarter. From the Jacks 47, 1st and 15. Bauman under center, 1 wide and 1 tight to either side. Phillips the deep back. Hand to Phillips, straight up the middle to the 45, to the 40, backing his way to the 39, to the 38. Forward progress finally stopped by the Jackrabbit defense after a gain of about 8.
There is no hesitation when Phillips takes that handoff. He starts so deep in the backfield that he can get a really great read on where those blocks are going, and he just kicks it into high gear right away and keeps heading north and south.
From Wichita, Kansas at Northwest High School, he had over 4,100 rushing yards and 59 touchdowns in his high school career. 2nd down for the Yotes at the 38 of the Jacks. They need 6. 4-down linemen for the blue-clad Jacks. Bauman under center. Hands to Phillips up the middle. Got hit in the backfield and goes down. Green reached out, got a hand on him. Then Ullman came along with Ripperda. And the Jackrabbits bring Phillips down for a loss of 2. And it'll be 3rd and 8 USD when you return. We've come to the end of the first quarter on the Dakota Bank scoreboard. And it is number 8 South Dakota State with a 10-7 lead over the 22nd ranked Coyotes of South Dakota. This is the Interstate Series presented by First Interstate Bank. You're listening to Jackrabbit Football from Learfield.
Whether you're cheering for the Jackrabbits or caring for your land, we know you're all in all season long. And Case IH compact and utility tractors are all in too. Mowing, digging, hauling. Our equipment, designed to meet the needs of America's farm fields, makes caring for your home field easier. Your Case IH dealer can show you how our equipment can make this season a winning one. Case IH, built by farmers.
Didn't have.
Don't touch that dial. You are tuned into Whiffle's Country WYFF, the station that's been family-owned and fiercely independent for almost 80 years. No nonsense, just common sense and chart-topping corn hybrids coming to farm gates all over the Central Corn Belt. Stay tuned for more Whiffle's Country hits like She Thinks My Colonel's Sexy, I Got 99 Problems But Yield Ain't One, and Mamas Don't Let Your Babies Grow Up to Sell Soybeans. Thanks for listening, and remember to keep it independent with Whiffle's Hybrids.
Start of the second quarter from the Dakota Dome. South Dakota State leading South Dakota 10-7. Jackrabbit defense looking for a stand as the Coyotes have the football at the SDSU 40-yard line. 3rd down and 8. Fans, subscribe to the Jackrabbit Sports Network podcast to hear the latest in SDSU athletics. You can hear weekly interviews, game replays, coaches shows, and more. So search Jackrabbits wherever you podcast and hit the subscribe button to unlock hours of weekly content.
Last week in the loss to Indiana State, the Jackrabbits ran 92 plays, scored 12 points. In 8 plays today, the Jacks already have 10. SDSU with 100 yards on the ground, 28 through the air for a total of 128. Coyotes 27 passing, 71 rushing for a total of 98. Jackrabbits only 8 plays to USD's 22s. The Coyotes have had the ball for almost 11 minutes out of 15. But this is kind of what we anticipated, Al-Bahi. Both these teams want to control the clock, want to control the line of scrimmage. We did not anticipate a high possession game this afternoon.
No, absolutely not. That's why every time you have the ball is important. And you mentioned the 10 points the Jacks scored in the first quarter. That's the first time in conference play the Jacks have put 10 points on the scoreboard in the first quarter. Only the second time in the entire season. 3rd time, sorry. They've done it twice before today, so 3 times. It's not been the way the Jacks have started every game, but it was important for them to start this game that way.
With Al-Bahi and Brent Bowen and our statistician Brad Peterson in the Hefty C broadcast booth, I'm Tyler Merriam. On the sidelines, Scotty Quaz in the flagship 570 WNAX studios, Jerry Oster. Hefty brand 40 series corn is the first corn seed designed for high performance and soil temps as low as 40 degrees. The seed selected for the highest ratings and early vigor and cold germination, and protected with the 37 components of Hefty Complete Corn Seed Treatment. It's backed up with a free replant policy. You can plant Hefty brand 40 series corn first and plant it with confidence. Jackrabbits wearing all blues, Coyotes all red.
Just going to say, I'm going to watch for a trick play coming out of here. They've had a tendency to run a flea flicker, run a reverse misdirection, coming out of quarter breaks and timeouts.
USD 3rd and 8 at the Jackrabbit 40. 2 wides left, 2 wides right. Bauman with Phillips to his right. Jacks have 3 down linemen and a 4th man. Ripperda stands up at the line. Now he does go down. Snap back to Bauman. Deep drop. Looking, pressured, and he is going to be sacked. Logan Green, Dawson Ripperda. They both were there. One forced him into the other. It's a loss of 10, and the Coyotes are out of field goal range.
Guys, you saw Joel Ullman in the middle of that calling it out. He was pointing it out, and immediately Bauman tried to make a shift out of something there. I think the Jacks picked up on a cue or something there.
There were no negative plays outside of penalties in the first 14 and a half minutes. The Jackrabbits a tackle for loss on 2nd down, a sack on 3rd down, and here's Tyler Ebel to punt. Ebel, the 5th best average for a career in USD history. Good height, end-over-end kick. Fair catch called for by Miles Taylor, and he makes it at the Jackrabbit 9. That is a 41-yard punt. No return. And that is the 15th punt out of 38 for the Wisconsin native that's landed inside the 20. And so the Jacks start at their own 10. Again, a touchdown in the opening drive, field goal on the 2nd. Chase Mason warmed up today, but he is not in uniform. Luke Marble warmed up, but he hasn't taken a snap. Jack Henry has been the QB for every play so far. James Basinger to the Rapids natives left. Henry, a clap of his hands. Toss sweep to Basinger. That ball hung in the air forever. Then Basinger took a heck of a hit, yet still going. Basinger bouncing off that tackle to the 15.
It's kind of like being at the beach, and there's just this surf that you just ride. I don't know that his feet were on the ground. He got held up, and it just kind of went back to the middle of the field, and he kind of stumbled forward. But, hey, that's advantage Jackrabbits.
It was a really long toss out there, as you said, Tyler. It took a while for it to get to him, and then he's got to corral it, get his feet under him, and turn upfield.
2nd and 5, Jacks, left hash at their own 15. Bullock motions left to right. Snap back to Henry. Toss to Basinger. This a quicker one. Basinger sees a hole, attacks, tripped up as he falls forward to the 20-yard line. It is right at the sticks. We finally gotten a signal. It's a Dakota first down. They'll mark it just across the 20. One of the officials got caught up in some traffic there, so it took a moment to get the official signal, but the Jacks do move the chains on Basinger's run.
Will Pepke, left guard, ended up out of bounds. An offensive lineman blocking out in front of that one ended up out of bounds in the play.
Pulled a couple of offensive linemen, and then Coleman Kuntz also coming along on that kickout block.
From the 20-plus, 1st and 10. Basinger on a misdirection, running to the right side. This play took forever to finally end as Basinger brought down for a 1-yard loss by Caden Crawford, the active defensive end. That was snapped from the left hash, misdirection, a counter, and then Basinger ran all the way to the right numbers before he finally got tackled for what is officially no gain. Jackrabbits a 10-7 lead over the Coyotes. 12:30, second quarter, here in the Dakota Dome in Vermillion. Jack Henry today, 1 of 2 for 28 yards passing. He's also ran 3 times for 19 yards. He will throw it to the near side. Screen to Jack Smith. Gets a block near sideline, near the 30. Lowered his shoulder and banged into Roman Tillman, the safety. They're marking him out just inside the 29. So it's 3rd and 1 as Smith went right at Tillman there.
That's a quicker way to get the ball to the perimeter instead of a long sprint, a stretch play running out there. A good throw by Henry to get that out to Smith, immediately turned upfield, and you heard the pop he took as he didn't shy away from that, lowered his shoulder on the defensive back to get close to the sticks.
3rd and less than 1. 1 wide either side. Basinger on the right hip of Henry. Play clock is at 5. Henry claps his hands. Quarterback run right through a hole, and he stumbles and dives to the 35-yard line. Dakota first down, and he jumped up and let out a primal scream. 5 yards for Henry, showing some emotion in this, his first collegiate start on the biggest stage this state has to offer.
Well, we heard the coordinators and Dan Jackson talk about it this week, the sense of urgency, focused urgency, the player leadership that has stepped up this week after that disappointing loss. He said player leadership in tough times is difficult, but that's what defines a leader. We're seeing one emerge here with the play of Jack Henry and Jack Smith this afternoon.
3 wides for Jack Henry, 2 right, 1 left. 4 down linemen for the Coyotes. A toss picked up off his left knee by Jack Smith, who lined up sidecar right as the running back, and Smith gains 4. The Jackrabbits thought they could have some success if they could stretch the Coyotes out and get outside the box, and they've done that today with a lot of toss sweeps.
You know what's interesting about that is the Jacks haven't done that a lot this year, and to put that in 1 week with the players that they have available, fortunately, they've been able to handle every one of them so far, but that's a risk because you've not done this all year, and you're asking your guys to do it in 4 days' time.
A starting quarterback for the first time in his career. Jack Henry, a handoff on 2nd down and 6, and Lothridge got stood up. Never really had a chance. He sort of picked and jived his way for a yard just to get something. It's 3rd down and 5.
USD really good between the tackles up there. They've got about 650 pounds of beef in that middle of the line. They're D tackles. It's hard to run up there, but sometimes you've got to try it to keep them honest and also to make them think their linebackers can come up.
Lothridge out. Pika, an extra tight end, comes in. So there's no running backs in the formation on 3rd and 5. Smith started to line up as a back. Now he'll split out wide right. 2 wides left. 3rd and 5, Jacks from their own 40. Early movement and flags. False start on the offensive line of South Dakota State. Here's Jason Berg, our referee.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense, number 62. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot, remains 3rd down.
It's Kenyon Bigbo, who has moved out to right tackle with the absence of team captain Sam Hagan, who was injured late last week. And now the Jacks will send Basinger out, and Gannon, the talented tight end, also returns. Jacks 2 out of 3 on 3rd downs today. It's 10-7 SDSU, 9:37 second quarter. 3rd down and 10 for the yellow and blue. 1 wide either side. Coyotes have 5 men at the line. They come with them all. Henry stands up. He's pressured, rolling out to the left. Flag is down. Henry looking along the near sideline, runs out of bounds. Multiple flags now.
Well, the first one that came out is going to be a face mask as he broke the pocket to try to get outside.
The first flag came right as Henry was breaking the pocket, and there was an arm reached out near his face. Then near the end of the play, an offensive lineman was engaged with a Coyote, and a second flag came out.
That was an anticipatory lineman downfield, maybe? Jackrabbits were flowing to Henry's.
Well, it was thrown from the umpire backwards. He has his back downfield,
Yeah.
so I tend to think now they're going to confer with Dan Jackson. There might be 2 different Coyote penalties here. If they're talking to Dan Jackson, that would lead one to believe he has his choice of one or the other.
Yep.
This was 3rd and 10.
That face mask one seems to be the most egregious.
4 officials are talking at the 30-yard line on the left hash. Another is aside Dan Jackson. One more is over on the other side talking to Travis Johansson on the Coyotes sideline. Here's Jason Berg, the referee. Oh, hang on. He backed up to make an announcement, then conferred, and now here he goes.
There's 2 fouls on the play, both on the offense. Holding, number 67. That penalty is declined. After the play is over, unnecessary roughness. Offense number 77. That penalty will be enforced from the dead ball spot, 4th down.
Wow.
And so because the one penalty was after the play, it's a dead ball foul. And so SDSU will lose the 15 yards and does not get a chance to make up for it because it was after the play was over.
That's what, 4th and 30?
So Max Pelham, 4th in the nation in net punting, a 49-yard average, stands at his own 1.
Coyotes blocked one a week ago.
They come after it, but Pelham a boomer. Martin's backing up to his own 30, makes the grab and gets swallowed up after a 2-yard gain by Cody Cotton. How about the job of Max Pelham? A 57-yard punt, a return of officially 3. And Pelham digs the Jacks out of a hole and flips the field. Coyotes begin at their own 33 when you come back. 9:02 second quarter in the Interstate Series, presented by First Interstate Bank. It's SDSU 10, USD 7. This is Jackrabbit football from Learfield.
South Dakota farmers are working together and growing together. United by a shared vision, we're working collaboratively to ensure the next generation of soybean families has every advantage. The South Dakota Soybean Checkoff represents soybean farmers across the state, directing soybean checkoff investments to advance innovation, opportunity, and sustainability. Through strategic partnerships, we're developing cutting-edge production techniques, exploring emerging global markets, and enhancing the future for South Dakota soybean families and communities. Together, we are Generation Soy. Learn more about Generation Soy and the South Dakota Soybean Checkoff at sdsoybean.org. Brought to you by your South Dakota Soybean Checkoff.
Brookings Health System is a rural leader in surgical robot integration. We give patients local access to robotic surgery to help them recover quickly near home. Patients receive the best of both worlds, the most advanced technological care delivered by experienced surgeons and a skilled staff who treat patients like family. Find your robotic surgery specialist at brookingshealth.org/robotics.
9:02 left in the second quarter. A heck of a job by Max Pelham. Net 52-yard punt to flip the field over the Coyote football on their own 33-yard line. Today's Interstate Series contest is brought to you by Coors Light, cold lager for a lighter and crisper taste. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly.
And also brought to you by Cubby's Sports Bar and Grill on Main Avenue, downtown Brookings. Your Jackrabbit Game Day headquarters featuring award-winning wings, burgers, sandwiches, wrap salads, and so much more. A special shout-out to the network friend, Jeremy Deutsch, who's making his fight over in Rochester right now. Jeremy, I know the team at Cubby's thinking about you. We're thinking about you as well. Keep fighting hard and give Timmy all he's got. Cubby's Sports Bar and Grill, Main Avenue, downtown Brookings.
For those not in on that, Timmy is what Jeremy's 2 kids, River and Coyer, have named the brain tumor he is battling. And so we are all Timmy haters. Isaiah Jackson, the SDSU special teams coordinator, spent a prolonged period talking with the officials. There are many who believe Jack Martins called for a fair catch, then tried to return that punt. That would be a penalty. Jack's making their point. but to no avail. So USD trailing by 3, 9:02 second quarter, will open up at its own 33. Coyotes are 6-4, Jacks 7-2. USD ranked 22nd in the country, Jacks 8th. Bauman in the gun. Snap back from Wyatt Lawson to center. He'll give it to L.J. Phillips, who will run left and gain a couple to the 35-yard line. Kyton Fife, the linebacker, along with the co-captain and D-tackle Logan Green, bring down Phillips after 2 yards.
Jalen Lee really coming up in a hurry and run support. But when you know, 70% of the time the handoffs are going to L.J. Phillips on first down, you're going to make that read and come up fast.
Phillips, 10 carries, 48 yards, and a score so far today. Coyotes 2nd and 8 between the hashes at their own 35. 3 wides for Bauman in the shotgun. Jack showed a blitz from McShane. Bauman points out the protection. Now he takes the snap. McShane comes. It's picked up. Bauman will throw it deep left side. Leaping catch is made into Jackrabbit territory at the 49 of SDSU by Javion Phillips. Just his 4th reception of the year, but his 3rd in the last 2 weeks. It's 16 yards and a first down to the 49 of State.
Yeah, Phelps has had a really quiet season here. He was one of the more outstanding players in the past game a year ago for the Coyotes. But like you said, just his 4th catch of the season.
Coyotes have sent 1 wide to either side. Phillips alone in the backfield. He lines up at his own 43. Ball will be snapped from the Jackrabbit 49. Bauman is under center Lawson. Motioning right to left to Nell Bryant. They'll fake it to him. Phillips straight up the middle, and he'll pick up a yard. Bounced off a tackle and dive forward to get a couple of more to the 46. 3-yard gain for Phillips. 2nd down and 7 for the home team in all red.
Again, bouncing off the first tackle. That's a pretty good hit that was put on him by the Jackrabbit defense, but if you don't get him wrapped up, he's going to bounce to the side, and did that to pick up a couple of more.
Each team scored it. Go ahead, Scotty.
I was going to say lots of rotations. Noah St. Juste back in. Hey, Dowderman, a lot of fresh faces for the D.
Coyotes 2 wides left on 2nd down and 7. Bauman appears to be audibilizing. Pistol set. Phillips behind him. Jack showed a blitz off Bauman's right. They come with it. Phillips running left through a gaping hole 40. 35 to the 30. Cuts right to the 25-yard line. Miles Taylor hauls him down after 21 yards. And a first down for the Coyotes.
That's a read by Bauman. As you said, he changed the play, the line of scrimmage. Just some nice blocking by the Coyotes on that left side. And then we again witness how hard L.J. Phillips hits the hole.
13 carries for 72 yards for Phillips. 6:25 second quarter, 10-7 SDSU. Coyote ball at the 25 of the Jacks. 1st and 10 with 2 wides right. Phillips behind Bauman, pistol formation. Double tights right as well. Phillips will follow the heavy package to the right side, and as he was ankle tackled, he falls forward near the 20. Phillips does such a good job of that as he gets tackled, he manages to gain more yards. That's 5 on the first down handoff.
It's the reason he averages 6.6 yards per carry on the season, and I think he's averaging a little bit over that here today.
3rd in the country in rushing yards when the afternoon began. Phillips at 77 on 13 attempts. That's 6 yards per. Coyotes in the Case IH Red Zone. Visit your local Case IH dealer or log on to caseih.com/jackrabbit. 2nd and 5, right hash at the Jackrabbit 20. Into the game, Carson Fletcher behind Bauman in the pistol. 2 wides to the right. Snap back. It is a handoff to Fletcher, who starts left, cuts right, and he'll gain close to 4 to the SDSU 16. 3rd and a yard for USD.
Tried to fool the Jackrabbits, getting something quick, hitting up the middle as they faked the end-around reverse after he handed the ball off up the middle.
Whitty and Miller, 2 tight ends in the game as the Coyotes break the huddle. Bauman will have Fletcher to his left. Ball just shy of the 16. Coyotes need the 15. This 3rd and a yard and a half. 4 down linemen for State. Motion man, fake it to him. Fletcher bounced off a tackle, then got hit backwards. Carson Fletcher did not make the line to gain. The man who came up and made the stop, the Colorado native, Dante Johnson.
Run support from the safeties critical against L.J. Phillips. When you read that, correction, it wasn't Phillips that time, but it doesn't matter who's carrying the ball. That run support coming up and filling those gaps, help out your front guys that are handling the blocks, get a helmet on them, come in and make the stop.
So Will Leyland is on to try to tie this game. A field goal from 34 yards off the right hash. Leyland out of Pennsylvania. Snap, spot, kick on the way, and good, and USD evens the tally with 4:14 left in the second quarter. The Jackrabbit defense comes up with the stop, though. USD has had 3 third and shorts today and has only converted one of them as the SDSU defense rising up. The GoJacks.com drive summary, 8 plays, 51 yards in 4 minutes and 48 seconds. Leyland, 12 of 14 on the year. And with 4:14 to play in our second quarter, SDSU and USD are all knotted up at 10. The Interstate Series, presented by First Interstate Bank, continues in a moment. This is Jackrabbit Football from Learfield.
Hi, it's Andrew Hoiberg from Calcium Products. Rapidly correct and maintain your soil pH with 98G pelletized limestone to protect your fertilizer investment. Applying 98G at 200 pounds per acre provides a 9.4 bushel increase on corn and a 3.1 bushel increase on soybeans. Ask your agronomist about applying 98G pelletized limestone this fall and learn more at calciumproducts.com.
Bad driving habits are hard to break, but good driving habits are easy to form, especially when they can lead to a discount on your auto insurance. With Farm Bureau Financial Services, the safer you drive, the more you save. Drivers like you are saving an average of $321 per vehicle. So buckle up, learn more, and find an agent at fbfs.com/save. Individual savings results may vary. Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company.
.414 left in the second. We're all squared at 10 here in the Interstate Series. Leyland connects from 33 to even the tally. Working for the future of agriculture and those who want to be a part of it. Farm Credit Services of America. Agriculture works here. Before the ensuing kickoff, let's pause 10 seconds for station ID. You're listening to South Dakota State Football.
Tyler Merriam, Al Bahi, Brent Bowen, and our statistician Brad Peterson. Alongside on the sidelines, Scotty Quaz, and our network producer is Jerry Oski. You can follow along with our broadcast via the Kloss Booth Cam on Facebook, X, or YouTube. It's presented by Kloss. Game-changing performance on your farm begins with ag equipment that is made for more. Discover the entire lineup of Kloss tractors, combines, forage harvesters, and more at CLAAS.com. The Jackrabbits and Coyotes are tied at 10. We have played 25-plus minutes of this game. The Jacks have spent 1 minute in USD territory, just 3 plays. But SDSU tied at 10 because of Jack Smith's 75-yard scoring scamper on the opening play, Eli Stater's 40-yard field goal, and the Jackrabbit defense holding USD to a field goal moments ago. Zeke Mata will kick it off. Miles Green on the right hash at the 5. Jack Smith is on the goal line on the left hash. 118th meeting on the gridiron between these two in-state rivals. And the Mata kick towards the near sideline. Smith a fair catch, 2 yards into the end zone in front of the S and Coyotes. Touchback, and the Jackrabbits will have it at their own 25. Jack Henry has quarterbacked every play so far for SDSU today.
Well, he's looked good. And Tyler, at the end of the last week's game against Indiana State, when he came in to run that 2-minute, he plays with a little more sense of urgency, plays really hard, plays fast, and we've seen that today. He has been able to make the transition from being on the sidelines, being a backup quarterback, today coming in to make a start, and has looked solid so far.
Fourth SDSU possession when you come back. 4:14, second quarter in the Interstate Series, presented by First Interstate Bank. 8th-ranked South Dakota State and number 22 South Dakota tied at 10. This is Jackrabbit Football from Learfield.
What's your big picture?
To actually have savings in my savings.
To pay at the pump.
To make life easier.
To spend less. Wait, to make more.
If making the most of your time and money is in your big picture, First Bank & Trust has you covered with award-winning customer service and local experts.
To keep having fun. Oh, to keep up with her.
Find out how First Bank and Trust helps you bank easier at bankeasy.com. Member FDIC.
Family owned since 1975, WW Tire has built its business through exceptional customer service. From 8 locations across South Dakota and a large servicing area in the surrounding states, WW Tire provides you with high-quality tires, and their technicians can assist with any automotive servicing need. WW Tire also offers a wide selection of truck and ag tires and have several service trucks in the area to help service all of your agriculture and trucking needs. WW Tire is a proud sponsor of Jackrabbit Athletics, always delivering fast and friendly service.
4:14 to go in the first half. Jackrabbits after the touchback, set to have the football on their own 25. Power Lift Doors by Rick's Weldon is proud to be the official hydraulic door of Jackrabbit Athletics. Power Lift Doors has been providing innovative access solutions since 1992.
And for over 85 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services has been building relationships and protecting what matters most. They'll continue to be there for you both now and in the future. Visit fbfs.com/protect today. It's your future protected.
Jackrabbits, their opening drive, a 75-yard touchdown by Jack Smith on the first play. 8 plays, 53 yards, and a field goal, and then 8 plays, 5 yards, and a punt. So SDSU with 16 snaps officially, 13 of them in SDSU territory. They have lived on their side of the 50, and yet we're in a 10-10 tie on the road against the in-state rival.
Again, like last week, it comes down to a couple of big plays either way that can make a difference in a ball game. Last week, the Jacks give up a 95-yard touchdown run. Also gave up a long pass play from the middle of the field. You never know what play is going to make a difference. And right now, USD's got this game the way they want it to go, with over 16 minutes time of possession in the first half.
Jack Henry is in the huddle again for SDSU. Chase Mason still out after starting the first 7 games. Luke Marble has not played, although each of them warmed up. Mason is not in uniform. Marble is. But Henry has taken every snap. Jackrabbits huddled 5 yards behind the football. Christensen, Pepke, Willenbring, Adams, Big Bow, the offensive line. 2 wides to the right. Into the game for the first time, Josiah Johnson at running back. It's Johnson on the handoff, bounced off his own man and worked his way forward. Kyle finally stopped, shoving him backwards. Chris Dixon, the defensive tackle out of Toronto. Josiah Johnson crossed the 27, a pickup of 2 on first down.
Yeah, Dixon is one of those big guys in the middle of that interior defensive line for the Coyotes. Really good size there. Also has some pretty good speed to get pressure on passing downs.
Second down and just about 8. Jacks will send Goring and Bullock 2 wides right. Pistol set, Johnson, the freshman from Milwaukee, behind Henry, and now 2 tight ends, 1 to either side. Helmet eye snap, play fake, Henry rolling out, pressured, ball deflected, and it is caught, falling backwards, just able to snare it was Grayton Gannon. He's able to make the grab to the 30, so it's a pickup of about 3 on a ball that nearly hit the turf. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Naked bootleg by Henry, faking the pitch, trying to get the defense to bite, go to the perimeter. Caden Crawford at the defensive end didn't buy it, came across, and he was putting the pressure on Henry and got a hand on that ball.
Jacks are 2 of 4 on 3rd downs today. And now we have a stoppage in play.
I wondered if they weren't going to try to look at that last catch there by Gannon.
Appears this is for replay. Jason Berg will confirm.
Or just a timeout.
No, he didn't signal anybody calling a timeout.
He's listening. He's being given information.
Yep.
After video review, the pass was incomplete. It'll be 3rd down at the 27.5-yard line.
So back it up. Instead of 3rd and 5, it'll be 3rd and almost 8.
Expedited review.
Mark Angel is our replay official. The setup here in the Dakota Dome allows the replay official to be hidden in an office where they can't even see the field. 3rd and almost 8. 1 wide left. Now a 2nd wide out. Bullock motions to Joan Goring to the left. Basinger motions out of the backfield, and flags came on the movement, and this play is stopped dead. Jason Berg again.
False start, offense, number 62. 5-yard penalty, remains third down.
It's 2 on Big Bo. Remember, normally the right guard starting at right tackle for the injured Sam Hagan today. And the Jackrabbits thought they had 3rd and 5 briefly. Replay sent it back to 3rd and 8. Now they have 3rd and 13 after the infraction.
Coyotes were really mixing things up pre-snap. They had 5-6 guys on the line, then dropped a couple out, only rushed 3.
3 wides left. Henry drops to throw him in a 3-man rush. He'll throw it over the middle. Catch made by Gannon in space. Turns upfield. Bounces off a tackle. Diving. Lost the football. Goring dives on it. It's a first Dakota first down. And the Jackrabbits, in a most circus-like style, move the chains.
In the stat sheet, it won't show a whole lot. We got to see a lot in that play.
Gannon had the first down after the extra effort, then fumbled it forward. Jacks gained 3 more yards. On 1st and 10, Henry bumps into Johnson on what was a fake of a handoff, then runs right along the line of scrimmage and gets finally hit down for a loss of about a half of a yard. Boy, Jacks are discombobulated in a variety of ways here.
Well, they tried to go hurry up after the big play to move the sticks. That's when they like to go with some momentum and just try to get that next play off before we hit this 2-minute timeout.
So with exactly 2 minutes to play on the road, and in a refreshing change of pace from SDSU's last road trip, the clock stopped with exactly 2 minutes left. SDSU and USD are tied at 10 on the road in Vermillion. It's 2nd down and a long 10 for the yellow and blue when you return. This is Jackrabbit football from Learfield.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment, knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to Wellmark.com/every moment to find a plan right for you.
If you want greatness, you demand more. The Jackrabbits know it, you know it, and Kloss knows it. Their machinery is built for farmers who were made for more, and that's exactly what every Kloss delivers. More power, more precision, more confidence. From combines and forage harvesters to tractors to hay tools, Kloss machines lead the way in technology, service, and performance, helping you dominate every field, every season. Are you made for more? Visit Kloss.com. That's CLAAS.com to learn more.
You're listening to Jackrabbit Football from Learfield.
2-minute timeouts here in the 2nd quarter. Jacks have it at 2nd and 10 on their own 40 after completing a 3rd and 13 from Jack Henry to Creighton Gannon in a tie contest. As one of the nation's strongest financial organizations, First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card invests in what matters to you. It's the Premier way.
And wherever you compete, winning has roots. Perform at your best with DeKalb Corn.
The Jackrabbits, a 75-yard run by Jack Smith on the opening play. SDSU since has run 19 plays for 98 yards. Only 3 of those snaps have occurred inside of Coyote territory. Almost the entire game has been played on the Jackrabbit half of the field. And yet we are tied at 10. And SDSU looking at a 2nd down and a little more than 10. The ball just behind their own 40. They need to reach midfield. Jack Henry, 3 of 5 passing for 54 yards. Jack Smith, 2 catches for 37 and 2 rushes for 79, including the aforementioned 75-yard touchdown run. Aiden Bauman, 5 of 9 for 43 yards, the Coyote quarterback. And L.J. Phillips, 13 rushes, 77 yards, including a 10-yard scoring run. Both Will Leyland and Eli Stater have field goals as well.
Both defenses have made the adjustments. The Coyotes defense are now starting to spread a little bit wider to try to protect the perimeter. If they continue to do that, there's a potential the Jackrabbits might be able to bust something up the middle here in the 2nd half or late here.
Jackrabbits still in the huddle. They break it with Graham Goring wide left. Alex Bullock slot left. Now he realigns with the tight ends Kuntz and Pika to the right. Pistol formation. Henry will take the snap on 2nd and 10. Fakes to Josiah Johnson. Steps up, going deep, down the right. Numbers, and it's just out of the hands of an outstretched Alex Bullock. Henry put it right there, and Bullock had to reach out with everything he had. He got his fingertips on it, but couldn't quite haul it in. That would have been 6.
Bullock had 2 steps on the defender back there. Henry just needed to put a little bit more air underneath that. Eric Eisner felt that they might be able to take some shots against these cornerbacks and get over top. They had a golden opportunity right there. Part of it is how much time in practice have these guys worked on it. That's a timing throw.
First time Sammy Dressy's been in the game. 1 of 3 wides left, 1 to the right. 3rd and 10. Screen left side. Jack Smith running around the left edge, and he'll get tossed out of bounds. And then the Coyotes late to get off the pile on the sideline. Dewan Lewis, the official, started to reach for his flag. Then Lewis got up, and he did not throw it. 2-yard gain. It'll be 4th and 8. And the other part of that is going out of bounds stops the clock. So the Jackrabbits will punt. Coyotes able to save all 3 of their timeouts with 1:49 left here in the half at a 10-10 tie, and Max Pelham on for the 2nd time. Pelham a 55-yard punt first time around. Jack Martin's hanging around his own 11. And we have a flag. I believe a Jackrabbit moved early. Might have been Noah St. Just here on the near side.
Ball start, offense, number 16, 5-yard penalty, remains 4th down.
It's 5 penalties on the visiting Jackrabbits for 37 yards. Coyotes 2 infractions, 10 yards so far. So SDSU with Pelham standing at his own 23 will punt for the 2nd time in 4 possessions. Good snap. Pelham, a boomer. This will land inside the 10 at the 3 and go into the end zone for a touchback. A hang time of an even 5 seconds. And after the touchback, USD will have 1:41 on the clock and 3 timeouts to work with at a 10-10 tie.
What a boom off the foot of Pelham. That ball carried. He loves punting in the dome, but maybe could have angled that towards one of the corners.
Now the Jackrabbits also have 3 timeouts, so a little bit of a chess game here. It'll be Coyote ball to start the 2nd half because SDSU won the toss and chose to receive rather than defer. Aiden Bauman, the quarterback, 5 of 9 for 43 yards. 5th-year senior, Buffalo, Minnesota, making his 42nd career start. Jack Henry, his first. Bauman, 2 wides right, 1 left. Takes the snap, looks left. He'll sling it that way. Reception made by the tight end, Whitty, who dove to the 29-yard line, and a flag at the end of the play. Whitty dove, and as he landed, a Jackrabbit dove on top of him, and it'll be 15 more yards on SDSU.
That sideline really vocal about that when it occurred, and then the flag came.
It was a really late flag, though.
Well, and 2 parts to this. Is it also targeting? Not only is it a late hit, but is it targeting? Multiple things for the officials to sort out here.
That might actually be what they're looking at more than the late hit.
Jason Berg confirming. Well, it's one of those where he was going down and the defender swooped in.
After the play's over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense number 5. 15-yard penalty added to the end of the run, 1st down. The clock will start on the snap.
So all of a sudden, the Coyotes, 24 yards in 1 play. So USD with a 1:34 on the clock and 3 timeouts in this 2nd quarter. We're at a 10-10 tie.
Here's where you got to know where Lorenzo Fenner is.
Bauman looks to throw. He'll throw it deep down the left sideline. Fenner diving and made the catch inside the Jackrabbit 20. 37 yards. They're marking it initially at the 19. What a throw by Bauman, an even better catch by a diving 3rd-year sophomore out of Independence, Missouri.
And it was not bad coverage by Isaiah Johnson back there. Fenner just laid out and made a beautiful catch on a really nice throw from Bauman.
Coyotes are in the Case IH red zone. Visit your local Case IH dealer or caseih.com/Jackrabbits. We're tied at 10, 1:10 2nd quarter. Bauman looks to throw. He'll air it up deep down the right side and making the catch. Inbounds, touchdown, South Dakota. Lorenzo Fenner just did get his foot down in the near boundary, and the Coyotes lead for the first time today with 1:03 left in the second quarter.
Well, you knew the Coyotes were going to look for Fenner at some point in this contest, and both times they had him isolated. Man-to-man coverage out there. He is just really, really good at being athletic and going up and making the plays on a ball that's catchable, high-pointing, getting his feet down, diving. He's doing it all on these last two plays for USD.
Will Leyland, 127 consecutive PATs off the hold of Tyler Ebel, the snap of Duncan Visco. Snap, placement, and the PAT is good. The Coyotes are in front, 103.5. It's USD 17, SDSU 10. Well, the Jackrabbits had an opportunity at a deep play, would have been 7. Henry threw it a little too far. Bullock couldn't quite haul it in. Then Fenner, the exceptional diving grab on the other side of things. And in games like this, it's one of those plays, either way, that can decide it. The GoJacks.com drive summary. 3 plays, 80 yards in 38 seconds. Bauman was 3 of 3 on that drive for 65 yards, then the other 15 on the penalty on the late hit by McShane.
And like you mentioned, Al, both strikes were good coverage. That touchdown catch, he's just in stride. It's a catch, touch, and out of bounds immediately with it. So the athleticism and the connection between Fenner and Bauman, pretty strong there.
No doubt about it. Their timing was perfect on both of those throws, timing and placement.
And again, it started with that punt by Pelham where he outkicked his coverage and everything else into the end zone for the touchback. So 1:03 to the break. The Jackrabbits do have 3 timeouts. Henry, who did get an opportunity to run the 2-minute drill at the end of the game against Indiana State last week. So you always look at positives within the negative. If Henry didn't have that opportunity, this would be foreign to him in a game situation. But he does at least have that going for him here at the end of the half. Smith and Green, the 2 deep men. Mata's kickoff. And Smith will bring it out of the end zone, running left to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, and he dives to the 30. And then a Coyote came in right at the end of the play and hit Smith. And Dan Jackson is furious because he thinks there should be 15 on DJ Kennard, just like there was 15 on Cullen McShane.
It was a very similar type of play and hit, no question about it.
So 57 seconds left, 3 timeouts in this second quarter for South Dakota State. 17-10, the Coyotes the lead. Jack Henry remains the quarterback. James Basinger the back to his right. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Coyotes 4 men at the line of scrimmage. Fake of the handoff, screen pass. Isaiah Garcia Castaneda evades 1 tackle on a second, then spun inbounds. It's a gain of about 3, and the Jackrabbits will either use a timeout or let this clock run down. They're not calling for one yet. Garcia Castaneda should have gotten out of bounds. The graduate student did not make a good decision there. 2nd down and 7. Jackrabbits scramble to the line. 33 seconds in the half. Henry will throw right sideline. Leaping catch, Alex Bullock, and he is out of bounds. 1st down yardage to the 43 of the Coyotes. A First Dakota 1st down. Make that the 43 of the Jackrabbits. It's 13 yards.
Good strike into some double coverage over there in the flat, too.
First target of the afternoon for number 84.
Jackrabbits are huddling. Now, wait a minute. There's confusion here. SDSU thought the clock had stopped, so they had huddled. But the officials actually say that Bullock was down inbounds, so SDSU had to use its first timeout. So not great clock management there by Isaiah Garcia Castaneda on the first catch, where he does not get out of bounds. Then there's some miscommunication because the Jacks huddled on the assumption that they had been ruled out of bounds. And that's what Dan Jackson is frustrated with, not the call, but the communication, because the offense thought it was out of bounds, but the officials didn't. And Jason Berg coming over, the referee, to talk to Dan Jackson about the scenario.
Well, the initial call from the side judge over there, he was raising his hands to stop the clock, but I think maybe because it was a 1st down, so they had to do that. But then it only stops temporarily. And I think, like you said, Tyler, the anticipation or the understanding the Jackrabbits had was that he made it out of bounds, and that's why he was stopping the clock.
And again, whether somebody actually said that or not, The Jacks didn't have the right
29
message.
seconds on the game clock. 29 seconds. Thank you.
So Dan Jackson asked for a couple of more seconds and gets it. SDSU at its own 43 with 29 seconds left in the second quarter. Number 22 USD, a 17-10 lead over 8th-ranked South Dakota State. Jackrabbits, 2 wides left, 2 wides right. Jack Henry, 6 of 9 today for 69 yards. The Del Rapids native and quarterback takes the snap. Coyotes rush 4. Henry steps up right side. Gannon makes the catch in traffic just beyond the sticks. First Dakota first down. He is hit down after a gain of 11 to the 46 of USD. 24 seconds, 2 timeouts. Jacks will save them. They are lined up. 23, 22 seconds, and now USD will take a timeout.
Dakota, their first of the half. This will be a 30-second timeout. Game clock operator, please put 24 seconds on the game clock.
So they're saying the Coyotes called that timeout before the ball was set. So that's a gift for SDSU there.
Absolutely.
By the way, this is the first time the Jackrabbits have been in USD territory as an offense in 20 minutes of game time.
When they're also at a spot in the field right here now, we've seen them take one deep shot on one of the cornerbacks just out of the reach of the receiver Smith. You might see Henry take another shot here if they can get a one-on-one matchup on one of the edges. The Coyotes have only been rushing 3 with a little bit of a delayed blitz on that last pass play.
Right hash at the USD 46. SDSU a 1st and 10. Stater, his long 46 last week against Indiana State. So the Jacks need to get about 15 more yards to be in his range. 3 wides left, 1 right. It's a give to Basinger. Running right with room, 40 to the 35, and he's ankle tackled along the USD sideline at the 33. 13 yards down inbounds. Jacks will scurry to the line with 19 seconds left and now a timeout. SDSU second has been called.
Their second of the half. This will be a 30-second timeout.
So the Jackrabbits have the Coyotes thinking pass, then they slip Basinger off the right side for a significant gain, 14 yards. And the Jackrabbits are within Stater field goal range now. The ball is just shy of the 32 of USD. SDSU has 1 timeout and 19 seconds remaining.
I was just going to say, Tyler, with that 1 timeout left, it really leaves the entire field wide open for Eric Eisnes to try to call something. If they want to take a shot down in the middle of the field or something deep, you don't get into the end zone, you've still got that timeout in your pocket to stop the clock. Plenty of time here with 19 seconds in that timeout.
And the one thing here, though, you need to know how to use the boundary and use the clock. It's a young Jackrabbit offense right now with a quarterback making his first collegiate start. We've seen a couple of flubs already on this drive in clock management. 2 wides either side, Basinger to Henry's right. From the Coyote 32, 1st and 10. USD comes with 4. Henry, a good pocket, will throw down the right sideline. Incomplete for Alex Bullock. Tried to throw a back shoulder pass. Incomplete. He got tied up with Rulian Stewart, the cornerback, rather. 14 seconds left in the half. USD a 17-10 lead.
Unfortunate break there. The D-back, as you said, they got their feet tangled up. The cornerback went down, and Bullock not able to adjust and stop and come back to that back shoulder throw.
Again, Stater hit from 46 last week. He's hit from better than 50 multiple times at NAIA Northwestern of Iowa. But the Jacks would love to get 7. 2 wides left, 2 wides right. Coyotes come after Henry with 4. The quarterback will throw to the right sideline. Bullock makes the catch in front of the Coyotes sideline. He is shoved out of bounds at the USD 27. 5-yard pickup. Clock at 10 seconds now. So SDSU can essentially do whatever it wants on this play with the 1 timeout as long as it doesn't take 10 seconds.
Yeah, you can't run a long play right here, but you can take a shot.
You can see it's very simple, too. He's just 3 steps, turn into his right. He's not even looking at Jack Smith and Graham Goring on this left side of the field. Maybe he flips it, goes the other way.
3rd and 5 of the Coyote 27. 4 wides for Henry. Deep drop. He'll step up, take a shot down the middle of the field. Bullock has it in stride. Touchdown, Jackrabbits.
There's your shot. Found Bullock on that seam, a little skinny post in there from the wide out position on the right side. And again, What an impressive throw from Jack Henry. He put that ball out there. Bullock just outraced the defender and was 2 steps again past the D-back. Makes the catch in the back of the end zone.
Scotty, it almost looked like he made a little shimmy there, like he faked one way and went the other and got the Coyote to bite.
Just going to say, I want to see the end of that route because he turned him all the way around, and he made sure to come back and celebrate right next to number 2 on the defense.
The Eli Stater extra point ties this game with 5 seconds left in the half. It's 17 apiece. The Jackrabbit touchdown. The first collegiate passing touchdown for the redshirt freshman from Del Rapids, Jack Henry. Bullock's 4th receiving score of the year. Powered by Prostrollo Auto Mall in Madison. Score your next vehicle at ProstrolloAutomall.com.
You're watching the sideline celebrate after that. I think Chase Mason's foot feels pretty good. There was a lot of jumping around going around on this offensive sideline. The vibe that we had from the first play of the game, that's the way it feels right now with just seconds till half.
The GoJacks.com drive summary, 7 plays, 70 yards in 52 seconds. Henry on that drive, 5 of 6 for 56 yards. He has looked very good today when you stop and think about the fact this is his first collegiate start, and it's in one of the most intense atmospheres you can imagine as far as a Jackrabbit is concerned.
Well, 2 things. The pass protection on the deep shots has been really good. He's not getting under pressure, so the blitz protection package that the Jacks have put in is working, and then he's making quick decisions and getting the ball out of his hands quickly. He's not staying back there reading through a bunch of progressions. He's making a quick read and throwing the ball.
Ryan Harrington squibs it down the middle of the field. 2-3 bounces. Carson Fletcher picks it. 3 bounces. Carson Fletcher picks it up at the 20, running left 25, up the middle near the 30. Fletcher a 10-yard return. That kickoff presented by Poet, American-made biofuels and bio. The middle near the 30. Fletcher a 10-yard return. That kickoff presented by Poet, American-made biofuels and bioproducts. There is still 1 second remaining in this half. And we know anything can happen in the Dakota Dome when there's 1 second left in the half. This is Jackrabbit football from Learfield.
When you're a farmer, there's no such thing as a rebuilding year. Every day counts. You can't afford to have any part of your operation on the sidelines. At Kibble Equipment, we know what you're up against. We help you find the new and used John Deere equipment that will carry you through a winning season. Trust Kibble Equipment for the knowledge that helps you put numbers on the board and service that keeps your whole team running strong. Your farm, your future, our focus. That's Kibble Equipment.
At Hogemeyer, our pride is homegrown. We are right here to serve these families and fields. Right here to fight through storms and surprises. Right here with smarter agronomics, better yield performance, and world-class corn and soybean products, backed by Corteva Agriscience. We'll always be loyal and local, so you, our neighbor, always get the right seed. Learn more at golocals.therightseed.com.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward, so listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong, you are fearless, you are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Preparation. It's the key to success on game day. And like your favorite Jackrabbits on the field, you need to be ready right from the opening kickoff. Cenex has your pre-game routine covered. We've got your salty snacks, your sweet treats, ice-cold beverages to wash them down, and fresh tanks of propane to fire up the grill. Fuel your fandom at your local Cenex station. Jackrabbit Pride, powered locally.
On the Jackrabbit Sports Network. From Learfield, welcome to the Jackrabbit Halftime Show. Brought to you by Midcoast Sports. Watch it, stream it, get into it. Rival on. Brought to you by Cenex, powered locally. And by Coors Light, mountain cold refreshment. Choose chill. Proud sponsor of South Dakota State Athletics. Celebrate responsibly. And now, the Hogermeyer Hybrids Halftime Show. Hogermeyer Hybrids, the right seed for Jackrabbit Nation.
It's been an entertaining half. Number one for
goodness, catch made on the near side. Coyotes did not bring down Jack Henry. He rifled a pass down the side to Jack Smith, who kept his feet in bounds. It's a first down. It looked like a big loss, and now it's a first down.
Yeah, I thought we had him a couple times back there even, and you got to credit Henry here for keeping his balance and able to find that receiver.
That's right. You got to give credit where credit. It's almost like we gave up in the back end because we thought he was down when he put his hand down. It looked like he was going down and finding a receiver.
Perfect time blitz that time, but South Dakota State got the escape and the big play. They'll motion one, inside handoff to the running back. Basinger hit once and twice. Now the Coyotes gang tackle him around the 45-yard line of South Dakota after gain of 2. And now we're starting to see this more and more. Missed tackles are leading to yardage.
That's kind of that's come up a couple times in the game today where we have them at the point of attack, miss a tackle here, don't wrap up, and they either convert a first down or get a couple more yards. So let's keep wrapping up and let's keep running to the football too. The first guy makes the first hit. Let's get 3 more guys on the ball to stop them in their tracks.
Go Ringo, go wide to the left side. Single receiver to the right is Alex Bullock. 2nd down and 8 for South Dakota State. Here's the snap. They're going to give it inside to Loffridge, trying to find the edge. Look out, 40. Hit and dives forward across the 35-yard line to the 34 for South Dakota State. And the run for Julius Loffridge hit a first down.
Yeah, just got to the perimeter there. Just a slashing run there by him and able to move the chains, keep this drive going for the Jacks.
Jacks will change personnel. 1st and 10 to the Coyote 35. 11:32 to go, 4th quarter. Boy, that sack would have been gigantic. How does that change the game with Jack Henry escaping and finding Jack Smith on the near sideline? 1st and 10. Inside handoff. It's Loffridge. 2 hands on the football. Lowers his shoulder, runs into a tackler, and twisted down to the 31-yard line after a gain of 4 yards on the first down run for Julius Loffridge. That'll bring up 2nd down and 6 for South Dakota State. Not only on that sack do you lose momentum because of the big play, but you're extending the drive for your defense to be on the field.
Yep. Long drives, wearing them down a little bit and getting deeper and deeper into this 4th quarter here.
Coyotes got to try to hold them to a 3-point try if they can. 3 wide right. Shotgun. Last time they were in this formation was the blitz that nearly led to a sack. There was a false start, not called. Handoff inside. Grabbed a hold up, broke a tackle, runs to the 25, and he got to the 23-yard line. That right side of the offensive line got a fast start again.
Too many missed tackles. We just talked about it. Missed tackles at the point of attack.
Looked like we had him, 1 or 2 yard gain, and then again, yards after contact, moves the chains, and 4 more downs to work with.
Jacks will change personnel. 1st and 10. Now South Dakota State trying to grind out as much of this clock as they can and just keep pressuring this long drive.
Even to hold them to 3 here would be great.
Huge. Receiver to either side. Shotgun for Jack Henry. 1st and 10. The Coyote 23. Play fake, back to pass, looking left, standing. Here comes pressure. He's going to throw to the end zone, and it is out of the back of the end zone and incomplete. Coyotes had a couple of late guys come putting pressure on the quarterback. It sailed deep and incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
That's another one of those 3-level reads we talked about earlier, Colton, where they kind of had a crossing route, a corner, and then somebody in the flat. And, we kind of forced it there. We had good coverage there. There was a bunch of Yotes there. Great coverage to force a 2nd and 10 here.
I was waiting for somebody to leap into the air and grab that thing for an INT in the end zone, huh? 2nd down and 10. 24-17, Coyotes in front. 9:55 to play in the ballgame. 3 wide, 2 to the right side. 2nd down, back to pass, rolling out right. He's looking backside. Here comes pressure. Henry throws, and it is caught at the 21, maybe, or incomplete. They did mark it a catch at the 21. There is a penalty flag on the other side of the field at the 18.
That ball hit the turf.
Ineligible.
Ineligible.
Not going to batter anyways. 77, came from the 15-yard line. I don't know what he was doing. Big fella.
He was way downfield.
Yeah, I mean, he's walked back about 15 yards already. So ineligible receiver downfield. Now, they did call that. Whether or not that's a catch might dictate what Travis Johansson does with the penalty. Jerry thought it was incomplete. They did call it a catch on the field. Oops.
Offense, number 77. 5-yard penalty, remains 2nd down.
So, I mean, would that have changed anything if that was an incomplete pass?
If that was incomplete, you could decline the penalty and put him at 3rd and 10?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah. Jerry thought it was incomplete from his vantage point down to the field. We can't see it from this side, but they called it a catch. 5-yard penalty, 2nd down at about 15. Two receivers wide to the right side. Pistol look in the backfield. Motion right to left, Jack Smith. It's an inside handoff to Basinger. He's stacked up at the 25, and this time he doesn't break through. Stood up at the 25-yard line after a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 3rd down and long for the Jackrabbits.
That's exactly what I'm talking about when I say run to the football.
Yeah,
you get a
great
tackle,
job.
looks like he's going to run through the tackle, and then you get 3 guys jump on his back, stop him in his tracks, and now you're at 3rd and 12 here.
Yeah, it looked like somebody really able to come downhill there, wrap up, all right, and then get 2 or 3 other guys there on the tackle.
That's the effort you need in the 4th quarter here to win this game.
9:15 to play in the ball game. 3rd down and 12 for South Dakota State at the Coyote 25-yard line. Ball on the left hash, moving to the end zone to our right side. 3 receivers go wide to the right side. Shotgun for Henry. He'll take the snap. Play fake. Wants to throw. Steps up. Looking deep. He is going to throw an interception. It's picked off by DeJuan Lewis. DeJuan does it again. DeJuan Lewis, for the 3rd straight game, has either forced or been a part of a turnover. And DeJuan Lewis caught that like he was the intended receiver in the end zone. It's South Dakota football.
Media timeout on the field.
Wow. No turnovers yet today. Just changed.
What a play. DeJuan Lewis was angling. He was looking like that was a punt, and he was going to fair catch that thing, and he caught it in the back of the end zone. It's a turnover, and South Dakota has it with 8:56 to play. Coyote offense will have it when we come back. This is South Dakota Coyote football from Learfield.
Central Farmers Cooperative is more than just a business. They're your local partner in success. Whether you're in need of quality seed, reliable chemicals, or expert crop advice, covered. With years of expertise, they know what it takes to help you grow your farm, your future, and your community. Stop by today or call Chris at 605-660-4146 and let them help you grow. Central Farmers Cooperative in Irene, your trusted farm partner for 2025 and beyond. Touchdown! When you're looking for a touchdown automotive service experience, Bob from Bob Sinclair in Vermilion is your clutch quarterback. One customer's review states, "I would never take my car anywhere else." Bob Sinclair, your full-service automotive and gas station, a proud sponsor of the Players in Red. Avoid the blitz by rushing your vehicle to Bob Sinclair in Vermilion. Red 19, Red 19, hit it, hit!
Today's Interstate Series game is sponsored by First Interstate Bank. Thank you to First Interstate Bank for their continuous support of Coyote Athletics. 8:56 to play in the 4th quarter. Coyotes have a touchdown lead. They just got the INT. Try to go win the football game. Fans, you can always listen to us while synced up to the TV in the comfort of your own home. Go to syncmygame.com to find out how. That is syncmygame.com to find out how. 8:56 to go in the ball game. 24-17, Coyotes with the lead. Coyotes obviously would love to run as much time off of the clock, but I think it's important right now. Find a way to get any points on this drive, and this would go a long ways to try to keep your playoff hopes alive.
This isn't quite a 4-minute situation, right? I describe a 4-minute situation as you got the ball, you want to get 2 first downs to try to ice the game. There's almost 9 minutes left on the clock here. So I'm running my offense. I'm doing what I need to do. Now, granted, let's still keep the ball on the ground here, first down. We've had a lot of success with that, but ultimately, we got to go try to get points and make this a 2-score game.
South Dakota State trying to avoid 3 straight losses in the same season since the 2013 season. They lost 3 in a row. It was Nebraska, North Dakota State, and Southern Illinois. The Coyotes trying to keep their playoff hopes alive. They've been backs against the wall trying to find a way to get selected to the playoff field, and they know if they win these final 2, they're into the playoffs with a bye week in the last week of the regular season. But this is the most important drive of the season right now. Up a touchdown, 24-17 with 8:56 to play. We'll see what Aiden Bauman and this offense can do here on this drive. 1st and 10 of their own 20-yard line after the interception by DeJuan Lewis. 2 receivers to the right, single receiver to the left, pistol look in the backfield for South Dakota on 1st down. Aiden Bauman looking over the defense, now changing the play. Down to 8 to get the snap off. He'll take the snap. Gives it off right side to L.J. Phillips. Phillips surged across the 20. Still trying to drive his feet.
Push
the pile keeps moving to the 25-yard line. Tough run for L.J. Phillips with the assist from the O-line. They kept pushing it out to the 25, and it's a 5-yard gain.
That is just amazing to me. I'm telling you. It looks like maybe a 1 or 2 yard gain at best, and we just get a great push there.
I feel like a broken record when I say it, but good things happen when you run to the football.
2nd down and 5. Yeah, offense or defense, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Both sides of the ball. It's all effort.
Pistol look again. 2 wide left side. It's Lorenzo Fenner and Tyson Bowes. Jack showing blitz. Maybe he'll back out of it. Bauman looks over the defense, takes the snap, gives it off to L.J. Phillips running left side. Speed burst through the traffic. He breaks one tackle and then hits sideways, but it's a first down run. He had an 8-yard run and a first down for L.J. Phillips, and South Dakota moves the chains. 8 minutes to go.
Yeah, that just a great running lane there for him to go through. And I'll tell you what, he took a hit there, but kept on ticking here at the end of that run.
That's the same zone scheme they've been running all day, where he's allowed to press it, and then cut back when he sees a seam. He's done a great job with that today. And the offensive line, again, running to that left side, getting a ton of movement up front.
141 yards rushing for L.J. Phillips this afternoon. 2 receivers left, single receiver to the right. Shotgun for Aiden Bauman on 1st and 10. Bauman looks over the defense. Miller in motion. Tight left side. Takes the snap. Inside give to L.J. Cuts back right. Big hole for a moment. It was closed down. Penalty flag came flying in after a gain of about 4 to the 37-yard line. There is a penalty flag down in the middle. It's going to be a hold on South Dakota. I mean, he barely touched him. I'm just
Holding offense, number 59. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Remains first down.
That's Adrian Hawkins called for the penalty, and now second and... No, that was a first down. That was 1st and 10. He'll go to 1st and 20. Good news is it's still first down.
That's right.
Bad news is you're backed up a little bit, so 7:23 and the clock rolling here in the 4th quarter. 2 receivers right, single receiver to the left.
What are you thinking?
I think keep it on the ground.
Yeah.
Ball on the left hash at the 23-yard line. Handoff. L.J. Phillips tried to cut back, break one tackle, can't break the second, twisted around and driven backwards. He got to the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the run for L.J. Phillips. That'll bring up 2nd down as we roll inside 7 minutes to play. 24-17 Coyotes.
And remember, the Jacks did have to use that one timeout when they had too many men on the field early in the game. You never know when those kind of things come back to haunt you.
Great point.
2 timeouts for them, 3 for South Dakota. Still the 2-minute timeout. Could work out a benefit to both sides. 2 receivers to either side. One of them is the running back, Reed Watkins, wide to the far side. Ball on the left hash. Aiden Bauman in the gun, takes the snap. Steps up, fires right side, catch made. Reed Watkins makes one miss, runs across the 30 and up to the 35-yard line. Quick pass out to the far side of the field. Reed Watkins turned upfield for a gain of 7 on the play. It's 3rd down for South Dakota at their own 35.
Yeah, and haven't seen Reed probably in the passing game in terms of reception, but certainly a shifty running back back there, and he showed those skills there after pass reception.
Coyotes got to get to the 43-yard line to extend the drive and keep this clock moving. We're inside 6 minutes to go. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Shotgun for Aiden Bauman. Looks over the defense with a running back to his right side. They'll motion Jack Martin's right to left, putting 3 on the left side. Bauman to throw. Stands up, backside pressure, throws, crossing route made. Lorenzo Fenner makes one miss, steps inside the 40, but can't reach the line to gain. He was stretching out. It is 4th down and about a yard for South Dakota. Do you go for it here and go try to win a football game? I think he's going to. We failed on. We got the 4th down earlier.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Right now, this is let's go win the game play if you keep this together. And here comes the punt team.
Yeah.
Late decision, but they're going to send out the punt team. 5-17. Defense has played pretty good, especially in this second half. They've allowed no points to South Dakota State in the second half. So they're trusting the defense here. Tyler Ebel. Or maybe you snap it to the up back and run
That'd
a fake.
be crazy.
Yeah, down to 3 seconds, 2 seconds on the
timeout. And they'll take the penalty. That's okay. The penalty's okay.
There you go, yep.
Delay of game, kicking team. 5-yard penalty, it'll remain 4th down. The game clock will start on the snap.
I don't know if there was confusion or not. So South Dakota raced out their punt team late just to get the wrong guys out there maybe for South Dakota State. But I would rather save that timeout and take the penalty, especially if you're committed to punting.
And if you're going to take the penalty, I'd rather just run the offense out there and try to get them to jump off sides and get a free one there. Go hard count.
5 minutes to go, 4:59 to be exact. Tyler Ebel looking for another big punt. Return man back deep for South Dakota State. Here's the punt away from Ebel. High punt. This is going to be returned. He'll take it to the 16, runs left side, grabbed a hold up, broke a tackle, runs to the 30, cuts back at the 35, twisted around to the 40-yard line. More broken tackles lead to a big gain for South Dakota State, and the Jackrabbits down a touchdown will have it at the minus 41 or 2 yard line as they get some players untangled from one another. That was a big return.
Media timeout on the field.
And it's Jackrabbit football when we come back. 4:46 to go. Jacks down a touchdown, 24-17. This is South Dakota Coyote football from Learfield.
Hey, college football fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Being diagnosed with a substance use disorder doesn't mean that someone has failed, that they're weak, or that they've chosen to live this way. This disease can happen to anyone, and knowing the warning signs, as well as what kinds of resources are available to help, can make all the difference. Whether it's learning how to talk to your loved ones or recognizing when someone might need support, we all have a part to play when it comes to keeping our communities strong and healthy. Let's stop the stigma and start the conversation. Visit letsbeclearsd.com to learn more.
4:46 to play in this football game. It is South Dakota 24 and South Dakota State 17. The Interstate Series game sponsored by First Interstate Bank. Thank you to First Interstate Bank for their continuous support of Coyote Athletics. And when you're on the go, wanting to listen to college sports anywhere, download the Varsity Network app, available on Apple and Android. New features this season, easier than ever to listen live, to keep up with your favorite teams like the Coyotes. Don't miss a moment. Get the Varsity Network app now. 4:46 to go. South Dakota State has another try here after the interception. Coyotes unable to get down the field, but they do take some important time off the clock. Now we get down to the nitty-gritty here on this drive, it feels like.
Yeah, it truly is here, and certainly credit Jacks there on the punt return, setting them up with, pretty good field position, where I call it kind of freewheeling zone a little more so there after you get past that 40.
South Dakota State won this game last year in Brookings in overtime, 20-17. Coyotes have done a lot here in this game, but remember, most of those points were scored in the first half, right? We had some big plays in the first half. It's 7-0 South Dakota in the second half of this game. The defenses have really locked down. Now it's the old chess match of the coordinators.
I mean, it's still that point in the game where if you're South Dakota State, you can run your offense, and if you're South Dakota, you're running your defense. You're not necessarily in a 2-minute mode here. So both teams are going to kind of come out and do what they've done all day, which is try to run the football, play action, and move the pocket if you're South Dakota State.
1st and 10 for the Jackrabbits. They will have it at the 41-yard line out of this stoppage of play. 24-17, South Dakota with the lead. DeJuan Lewis had the big play to stop a Jackrabbit scoring drive on the last drive. Who could step up defensively here for South Dakota? 1st and 10 to the 41 of South Dakota State. And again, I'm going to remind you, we need to wrap up and make a darn tackle.
Yes, we do. Run to the football.
Pistol look in the backfield. Loffridge is the running back. Single receiver to the right. A receiver to the left side is tight to the formation. Left hash. Inside handoff. Loffridge trying to bounce to the left. He's hit and drilled sideways. Matt Walsh caught him as he jumped over a lineman out of midair. Drilled him down. It's a gain of a couple, maybe 3 to the 44. Good tackle for Matt Walsh. It's 2nd down.
Oh, that was a good tackle. That was a hit.
Like he tried to jump over somebody laying on the ground, and Matt Walsh just caught him and drove him backwards.
No chance to break that tackle there.
2nd down and 7 for South Dakota State on the left hash. Ball between the 44 and the 45-yard line. Receiver to either side. Jack Henry in the gun. Youngster making his first start. He's had a solid game. Fakes, gives it off inside. Coyotes close it down after a gain of a couple out to the 46-yard line. Here's where they'll spot it. It's 3rd down for South Dakota State. Ooh, Caden Crawford just went up. He just took himself out of the game. I think he's standing over there on his own, maybe talking to the training staff. It looks like something with that right arm. for Caden Crawford. We talked about how many big plays he's made today. Go ring wide left along with Jack Smith. Alex Bullock is wide to the right side. Jack Henry is in the gun on 3rd down and 5. 3.5 minutes to go. Henry takes the snap. Retreats, looking to the right side, diving try. It's incomplete. It went through the hands of Alex Bullock. It's incomplete. 4th down for South Dakota State. Now what do you do if you're South Dakota State? Do you have to go for it here with 3:27 to go?
You don't have to, but you got great field position. I mean, this is about as good of an opportunity as you're going to get. But, John, you talked about earlier, them hammering that deep curl route. They went back to it and just one hop to throw.
4th down and 5. They've got to get to the Coyote 49 for a first down. A stop here doesn't win the game, but it gives the Coyotes plus field position to try to put this thing away.
Watch
2 by
the ball
2
here.
Shotgun for Jack Henry. 4th down. Henry takes the snap, wants to throw, steps up, fires out route. It's broken up by Matt Walsh. Broken up by Matt Walsh. He reached his left hand in front of it, batted the football down. It's incomplete on 4th down. South Dakota takes over with 3:23 to go.
Yeah, just great coverage there in part of Walsh, and just textbook being able to knock that down with that arm.
Great coverage by Walsh there, but also a great job by the defensive line. I said it right before that play. It's 4th and 4. Watch the football. They tried to go on 2, didn't get him to jump. Just a great effort by the defense there to get him off field. Now the Yotes on the plus side of the 50 here.
South Dakota State's Quentin Christensen just came running over from the Coyote sideline where he must have been trying to block, holding one of his knee braces coming off to the near side.
How does that happen?
I've never seen a guy play out of his own knee brace. All right, any points almost win the game here for South Dakota, but you've got to put together a drive. Jacks have 2 timeouts and the 2-minute timeout. 2 receivers wide right. LJ, the running back, under center, Bauman. He'll give it to LJ. Running right side, cut back left. Broke a tackle at the 45. Twists his way down to the 42-yard line. And the clock will roll. It's 2nd down for South Dakota, but that was a 5-yard gain for LJ Phillips.
Depending how aggressive you want to be here, those safeties are screaming down out of center field right now playing the run. I'm just telling you, the play action's there. Just depends how aggressive you want to be as a play caller.
That's why that running lane, it looks like it's there where he's going to go a long ways, and boom,
that's where he's got to cut back.
Yep.
Clock rolling inside 3 minutes. South Dakota has no interest in racing to the ball here. Still 12 on the snap clock as they break huddle. Pistol look in the backfield. 2nd down and 5 for the Coyotes. 2:43 on the game clock. Down to 4 to get the snap off. Down to 3. Bauman wants the snap, takes it, gives to LJ, running right side, cuts back left. First down, South Dakota. LJ Phillips to the 35-yard line. And that's going to take us to the 2-minute timeout, unless, and he just did, Dan Jackson takes a timeout and came racing onto the numbers, doing the math in his head, racing onto the numbers for their first timeout of this second timeout of the second half. And that one, a big run and a first down. That's a huge one.
That's a huge one. I mean, now you're in that 4-minute situation if you're South Dakota that we talked about earlier, where you get another first down, you're pretty much putting the game on ice. So, you're going to keep the ball on the ground. You're going to do everything you can to keep the clock running. And if you're a quarterback here and you go to pass the ball, this is where a sack is better than an incompletion. Just to keep the clock running, force them to use their timeouts, because now you've got 1 timeout left and the 2-minute warning. So, again, a first down here puts the game on ice.
Now, the only thing a sack would do here is take you out of potential field goal range, because right now, if they were to get the stop, right, you get 3 points, this game is pretty much over.
That's
if you can make it a 2-possession game.
Ultimately, just be smart with the football.
The Jacks can call one more timeout before the 2-minute timeout. So if the Coyotes don't get that first down, they would be able to, the Jacks would get the ball back if they don't get a field goal, right, with probably around a minute and a half or so left in this game. 2 receivers wide to the right side. Under center, Aiden Bauman. LJ, the running back, on the right hash. At the 36-yard line of South Dakota State, handoff to LJ, runs back left side, broke a tackle and then hit from behind. He broke a tackle, and on that second effort, it looked like it was going to open up to the boundary, but he got hit from behind and dropped.
I thought it was for sure. They're open to that boundary over there, but yeah, whoever came from behind and made that tackle.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification from Learfield. This is the Coyote Sports Network.
Home of the University of South Dakota Coyotes. KVHT Vermilion Yankton. Hungry for something huge? Old Lumber Company in Vermilion is the home of the 2-foot pizza.
Chris, as a guy who's ran the ball a lot in his football career, you get hit and you're off base and you can see it open and you cannot get your momentum going forward fast enough, right? Like It's one of those things like get it on the ground.
It's like you're running in a bad dream. You just can't get going.
I love that analogy, yeah.
Nonetheless, it was a 5-yard gain. That is huge on first down. It is now 2nd and 5. The Jacks are out of timeouts. South Dakota runs one more play here. If they don't get regardless of what they do on this play, they're going to run the ball and get to the 2-minute timeout, and then they'll figure out a potentially game-winning 3rd down conversion. Top 25 matchup. Jacks have remained in the top 10. Coyotes are back into the top 25 after last week's win. Pistol look in the backfield. Here's the snap. Handoff to L.J. Phillips. Cuts back left. Phillips inside the 30. Twisted forward. He got 4 yards, and it'll be 3rd and 1 on the other side of the 2-minute timeout. 4-yard run for L.J. Phillips, and I'll tell you what, it's amazing. You saw all those guys coming in, just like they know what's going to happen.
Oh, yeah. They're running in to push the pile and make it move, and the safeties are coming down. I mean, this is just, you know what's happening. They're running the football, make a stop, get a first down.
I got this for you. On the other side of the 2-minute timeout, a game-winning quarterback sneak. 2 minutes to go, 24-17. South Dakota with the lead over South Dakota State. This is South Dakota Coyote football from Learfield.
Endless sports action is waiting for you all on one app. Subscribe to Midco Sports Plus now and stay plugged in to your favorite fandom. Unlock live game coverage of the teams, rivalries, and games you want to watch. Plus, find exclusive content from the most popular conferences in the Midwest, including the Summit League and the CCHA. It's all waiting for you on the Midco Sports Plus app. See everything you can stream at midcosportsplus.com.
The South Dakota Beef Industry Council is proud to sponsor the USD Coyotes this season as they work alongside their partners at Beef Logic, Inc. to deliver the Build Your Base sports nutrition program to athletes. Are you looking for a simple, easy-to-follow program that can help you and your family optimize performance both on and off the field of play? Check out buildyourbase.org and learn why beef continues to be the premier protein for athletic performance and recovery.
Today's Interstate Series game sponsored by First Interstate Bank. Thank you to First Interstate Bank and their continuous support of Coyote Athletics. Also, if you want to catch more football after our game, tune into the College Football Blitz. It's free on the Varsity Network app. It's the NFL version of the College Football Red Zone. Nonstop action every Saturday, noon to midnight Eastern. Open the network, Varsity Network app and search for the College Football Blitz. Keep the excitement going. And which schools will win the Learfield Directors Cup for the top college athletic programs for the upcoming year? Check out your favorite school and how they're doing at L Directors Cup and the X platform or online at directorscup.com. Winners announced in June of 2026. It's the crowning achievement in college athletics powered by NACTA. 3rd and 1 for South Dakota. Here it is. This is your best play or your best athlete. Give it to LJ. Give it to whoever. It's 3rd down and 1. You get this? It's game, set, match. You don't get it, you run the clock down and probably try a field goal to extend the lead and try to win that way. But here you go, 3rd and 1.
Ultimately, whatever you do, it's 2 hands on the football. It's ball security because the clock's going to run, and no matter what, if you don't get this, you still have an opportunity to kick a field goal and make it a 2-score game. So ball security is at a paramount right now.
Here we go. 3rd and 1. Ball is at the 27-yard line of South Dakota State. Remember, the Coyotes got this plus territory because the Jacks went for it on 4th down. Matt Walsh made a phenomenal play to knock the football away. And now it is 3rd down and 1. L.J. Phillips has been the bell cow. 166 yards today. We'll see if they give it to him to try to win the football game. If he reaches the 26-yard line, South Dakota will be able to kneel it out for a victory over the Jackrabbits. 24-17, Coyotes with the lead. Coyotes break huddle. 3rd down and a yard. Pistol look in the backfield. Jacks are stacked in the box. Timeout, Travis Johansson. Well, they didn't like whatever play they had called there.
A little bit of the chess match we've talked about.
It's one of those you see now. They might not even come out in the same defensive formation, but they had, 9 or 10 guys loaded up in the box there, it looked like?
11.
11.
I mean, all right, there's a couple guys on the perimeter there.
I mean, they know what South Dakota wants to do, right?
Yeah.
They want to, and your other hope is obviously if you get a stop here. Let's say the Coyotes get stopped for no gain at the 27. We're looking at like a 44-yard field goal. It's not a gimme.
No, it's not. No. with all those guys low in the box, that's where I don't hate the quarterback sneak idea, especially if there's no one directly over the center.
I think it's one you just break huddle late and run up there and snap it when they don't have time to get set for it. I formation in the backfield. Carson Fletcher's the fullback. L.J. Phillips is the running back. Aiden Bauman to go under center. 3rd down and 1. Here's the handoff to L.J. Left side. Starts to the 25. He's got it. 1st down, South Dakota. L.J. Phillips followed the blocker right up the left side. And South Dakota is going to knock off South Dakota State.
Downhill football. They knew what was coming and they did it. Let's go.
And why not? Give it to LJ. He has been the workhorse today. That's his 28th carry of this game. And he now has 168 yards. Jackrabbit fans are making their way to the exit. Coyote fans going to hang out and watch the end of this one. It'll be about 2, maybe 3 kneel downs for Aiden Bauman. 92 seconds to go. Aiden Bauman under center, takes the snap, drops to his right knee. He'll lose a yard. His all-purpose yards are going down. But he doesn't care. 1:17 clock rolling. What a huge win this is. We've been talking about it. Not just South Dakota State, right? We're talking about keeping your playoff hopes alive for another week. This is a gigantic win for this program.
Absolutely. And to know where we were at early September, and then where we've come as a team here, just the maturity and everything.
54 seconds. Aiden Bauman under center, 4 on the snap clock. He'll take the snap, drops to a knee. He'll have to do it one more time. The Jackrabbits are going to lose 3 in a row in the same season for the first time since 2013. South Dakota State has Illinois State at home next week, North Dakota on the road the week after. South Dakota will head to Carbondale next week. We'll be at Southern Illinois, and the Coyotes will have the final week of the regular season off. 3rd down. One more. Aiden Bauman down to a knee, and that's it. 18 seconds to take this thing away. But the clock is rolling, and there's nothing left for the Jackrabbits to do. Down to 5 seconds. South Dakota, again with its backs against the wall, find a way to gut out a victory over in-state rival South Dakota State, and the Coyotes keep their playoff hopes alive for another week. What a win for the Oats here this afternoon. South Dakota is now 7-4 on the season and 5-2 in the Missouri Valley Football Conference. Jackrabbits dropped to 3-3 in the Valley and 7-3 on the season. Jerry Poleschi will be with head coach Travis Johansson in just a little bit. What a hard-fought win. All of the offense in the first half of this game. The defense has shined in half number 2, and South Dakota found a way to beat South Dakota State. What a win. The team is over to sing the fight song with the student section. Jerry Poleschi is awaiting Travis Johansson, who is 2 hands above his head, applauding this crowd and the students over on the near sideline. 24-17 the final score. We'll get to Jerry in a moment. Travis Johansson is going to enjoy this one, and he's earned it, Jerry. You know that.
I want to join him, too.
Travis Johansson has made his way around the entire team, still high-fiving everybody. Big hug to Gabe Hartman as they sing the fight song to the students. He's just been elevated in the air by Almarion Krim, one of the Coyote tackles. And now Travis Johansson has remembered he's got a happy Jerry Poleschi.
Coach, in this game, and as it should be, you celebrated with this team. You took